Hey, what's up everybody? Claudia here. Welcome back to another video where we always strive to be our best version. Today we're going to talk about position versus potential. It's so important that we look at these things because a lot of times it is so easy for us to stay where we are right now just because we're following patterns that we have followed for many, many years, that our parents followed, grandparents followed, friends are following, and we just kind of sit here. We sit still and we never get to where we really need to get because we are so focused on our initial position, our born position, and what everybody around us has. But before we get started, I want to ask you guys, what do you do every single day to reach your full potential? I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section. I'll leave you mine down there as well. The first thing that I want to talk about is acknowledging your comfort zone and your fears. So important. Whenever we stay in our comfort zone, it is so easy for us to never reach our potential. What is your comfort zone? And now with that, what are you afraid of? What is keeping you there? A lot of times we stay in the comfort zone. You know about the comfort zone. And I know you know because you're here. So what is it that is keeping you there? Is it the fear of rejection? Is it fear of not finding what you want? Is it fear of not having enough money? Or not being good enough, not being handsome, not being pretty enough? What is it within you? What is that fake reality that you have created, fear, that is keeping you right here? That is keeping you molded up into a place where you don't want to be. And acknowledge that. Now, it's not a way of being negative. It's not a way of us making those fears a reality by speaking them into existence and just letting them be a part of who you are. But at the end of the day, if they're controlling your day, if they're controlling your actions, your emotions, it's important for you to acknowledge them and be able to address them. The second thing, focus on your dreams and your goals, your vision. Those things are going to keep you going. It's going to be your fuel. When I was in high school, I was a freshman in high school, and one day my coach pulled me aside. She said, Claudia, never set dreams, always set goals. Because whenever you set goals, you'll achieve them, and dreams stay dreams and you forget them. And I was like, I'm 15 years old, right? And so from that moment on, I decided to never think of I dream of. It's I'm going to. I will have this. I will accomplish that. With that being said, what are your goals? Have you written them down? Do you know what they are? Are you familiar with them? Are they a part of who you are? Is it something so deep within you that you're like, yes, this is what I want to do, or this is what I'm working on, or this is what I'm so passionate about? Zig Ziglar said that whenever you catch a glimpse of your potential, that is when passion begins. And it's so true, because once you're like, wait a second, you're telling me that I can accomplish this and that? How come I want this and that in my life? I want to be a millionaire, or I want to have a marriage that lasts a lifetime, or I want to have, 3 children, or I want to have whatever it is that you want. You want to have a business, you want to have whatever it is, a nice house, you want to move to a certain city, whatever it is that you want. You're like, wait a second. If it's in my heart, if it's in my mind, if it's in my goals, I can achieve it. And once you figure that out, once you realize like, wait a second, I am equipped to do it, because A, I already believe it, and I'm going to be given all the tools, all the people, all the perfect circumstances and events in my life to grow and to become this person who is going to achieve this, who is going to have this, who is going to buy this, who is going to attract this into my life. That is what you want to do. You want to make these goals and dreams and visions a part of who you are, a part of what drives you every single day. Make it your passion, make it your everyday, make it something that you look forward to every single day. And I can guarantee you that it makes your position, whatever it is that you were born into, whatever it is that your parents did, or your grandparents did, or your friends are doing, or your siblings are doing, that maybe has nothing to do with what you want to do, it makes it just kind of like a back burner. You kind of like, okay, I see it, I accept it, I appreciate it, I acknowledge it, but what I really want is over here. And that is what I'm going to focus on. Everything else just kind of becomes second best. It doesn't really drive you. It doesn't really face you anymore. Also, looking at other people, this whole comparison game, man. It's like, oh wow, they have a really nice car. Their house is great. I bet they don't know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. I bet they don't know what it's like to work a minimum wage job. Or wow, the CEO of a company, that's amazing. I want to be a CEO of a company. Well, have we ever thought about the time whenever they had their first interview, whenever they had their first no? What about celebrities? We see them being awesome people, awesome actors and actresses in movies. We're like, wow, they look so good. How do they do that? What about their first few no's? Their casting, their auditions, and it wasn't working out for them at the beginning. Those are the things that we don't look at because we constantly idolize people. We look at people's potential. We look at what they are. We look at, wow, they're killing it and they're going to do so much better even in the future. But whenever we look in the mirror, it's so easy for you to be your hardest and your biggest enemy. I don't have this, I don't have that, I'm lacking this, I'm lacking that. And that's not good. That cannot be good. And the harsh truth is that reality doesn't care. Your potential doesn't care what you're going through. But if you allow those experiences, those insecurities, your past, your potential is going to suffer. It really is. It's going to take the hit because you're never going to get there. But it's there for you. What did Napoleon Hill say? If you dream it and you believe it, you can achieve it. That's exactly how it works. Stop giving yourself excuses. Focus on what you truly want and say, this is my potential. I'm going to create my passion and I need to do this, this, and that to get there. And just go for it. And you're going to see how everything's going to fall into place. It's not going to happen overnight. Don't quote me on that. Don't come at me whenever it doesn't happen overnight. But it's going to happen a lot sooner than if you didn't, than if you stayed in your comfort zone, than if you stay in your fears, than if you allow fears to be this barrier that you hold on to and just kind of like look out and just say, well, that would have been nice. So that is what I have for you guys today. Reach your potential, be your best version. Anything that you can imagine, believe me, you can achieve it. I don't care what it is, but act on it. Dreaming it isn't enough. Having it written down isn't enough. Picturing it isn't enough. Acting on it is what matters. So get on it. You can do it. I believe in you. So with that being said, once again, don't forget to be your best version. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.